everyone. Today's topic is going to be about sex after 60. Okay. The most saddest thing about sex, no matter what age you're at, is finding a willing partner. That is the number one issue with most people, right? Then you got to find a partner who is on your wavelength, that wants to do the kind of things you want to do. But sex after 60 is wonderful if you have those two things first, okay? Another thing is time. When you're a newlywed or in your 20s or 30s, everybody's like kind of tense. They kind of grab 5 minutes here or 5 minutes there, and you've got to worry about the children knocking on the door. Well, if you're over 60, you don't got those problems, okay? Hopefully your children have moved out of the goddamn house, okay? Another thing about sex after 60 is you don't have that stress of having to get up and go to work, because hopefully after you're 60, you can go into work when you want to, right? Also, bills. Having bills puts a big stress on these younger people when it comes to having a meaningful sex life. But here are some other issues about sex after 60 is by now, one of the two of you probably have medical issues. If you don't, you probably soon will be having medical issues. And when I first started dating 12 years ago, I actually put on my profile, I'm not going to date anybody that needs Viagra. The internet blew up. They go, what planet are you living on, Debbie? And I realize now that most guys do have to have the Cialis and the Viagra. That's nothing. I was so naive when it came to dating older men that I had no idea. You know, us girls, most of us don't need that. But women's aphrodisiac after 60 is kindness. Kindness and having somebody that listens to you. I think that's why prostitution is so popular. It's because they actually sit and listen to their clients. You know what I mean? They actually act like they're caring, even though most of them it's their employment. You know, they have to be nice. Just like when your significant other's at a restaurant flirting with the waitress and he thinks, his ego is really built up because the waitress is listening to him. It's because that's her job, people. But the best thing about sex after 60 is you have the time. You have the time to lay in the bed. You have time to give it what it needs. And hopefully by then you know what alcohol you can tolerate if you have to have a drink before lovemaking. Also, one thing you have to take into account is our bodies are not perfect. There is a big thing in Key West going on, whether or not my whats are real. And a lot of people have lost a lot of money on that. Yeah, this was a big thing over the weekend. I kept getting these messages. Are they real? Are they not? Well, that's where I'm going to go with this. Our bodies are not perfect when we're in our 60s or 70s because we've had so many operations. I never had any major operations till I was in my mid-50s. None. And then all of a sudden, wham, one after another. So the best thing about the sex after 60s is that we're more tolerant of your body shape. You know, some of the best lovers I ever had a little belly. Yeah. I would not want to get into bed with somebody that is too toned. You know what I mean? Too muscular. Because that lets me know that's where he's spending all his time, at the gym. Women would rather, especially me, would rather have somebody that's well-rounded, where you are comfortable doing a variety of things, and that you're not all hooked up on being a gym rat. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I would never want to get into bed with somebody that's body looks a little bit better than mine, which is not too hard to do, but, yeah. So, yeah, you're more tolerant about your body image, and you're not so hung up on perfection. That's another good thing about sex after 60. Also, like I said, the good thing is the time. You have more time. And hopefully, if you've been with your partner for many, many years, you already know where the magic buttons are, you know. It's when you're in your 60s and you don't have somebody in your life, then you have to start all over. I think the biggest hang up I had when I started dating back in 2009 was smells. I am attracted to somebody's smell. If I get a whiff of you on a date and it is not clicking, you know, I'm never going to see you again. It's all about what you smell like. Like, I think I've been searching for someone who smells like my, you know, ex-husband. Because I think that is what, I forgot what the word is. That is really what people fall in love with, I think, is the aroma of their lover. That is, to me, very, very important. I think I dated one guy. I went on one date last year, and the guy, his smell was a little off. And another guy that I dated for 3 years, he always smelled stale because he smoked and his house was reeking of cigarettes. Yeah, it's all about the smell, people, you know. And I got addicted to a certain person's smell, and it's like destroyed me ever since, you know. But yeah, I really think that the way your lover smells is really what the turn on is. Don't you think? It doesn't matter too much. Well, I don't think it matters too much what you look like. Now, I've had a couple guys in the last 24 hours saying, oh, you're awfully hard on these guys. Okay. This is my response to him. I said, he says, you're making the good guys look bad. I go, what are you talking about? I said, if a guy shows up with manners, that's a good thing. If he has good hygiene, that's another good thing. If he has been brought up by a good parents, or he has some spirituality or whatever, morals, that makes a good gentleman. It's these guys that don't care what they look like. They don't manicure themselves. They don't care about their hygiene. They don't care what shoes they got on. Yeah, that's what turns women off, you know? And I told him, I said, I commend you if you're not in this category of these men that, you know, can't seem to get a girlfriend and get laid. It's because they don't have any couth. They're not gentlemen, okay? And I have been on some dates with one guy in particular that kept forgetting his wallet. What kind of a good guy is that, right? Or, you know, I think if you want to seduce me, I'm talking about me, I can live off of a hamburger budget. Don't think I can't. But you want to seduce me? You take me out for lobster. Give me a really good Bloody Mary, right? Put the right music on. I'm yours for the night, okay? Hopefully it's Motown. But if you ask a woman, what can I do to seduce you? She'll tell you. She'll tell you if she wants you, right? Massage. Massage is probably the right there next in line besides a good Bloody Mary and a lobster dinner. Yeah. On my 65th birthday, my ex-husband takes me out for lobster. Of course, nothing happened or transpired after that dinner, but it let me know what a real gentleman does. Yeah. Because he does have class. He does have couth. And so, yeah, that's how you seduce me. But sex after 60 is on a whole different level. It's nothing like it was when you were in your, teenage years. When you're a teenager, you can get in the back seat and just hump all you want. No, can't do that when you're old. I hope you got a chuckle after this. Bye.